If you spend hours and hours on Google literally trying to figure out how to make money online, you are not alone. I can't even tell you how many times I felt so overwhelmed and stuck because I just didn't know where to start. I know the feeling all too well. I'm going to tell you that as your friend, I am not going to let you feel overwhelmed. The worst thing that you can do for yourself is to never start, to never get started, because that is where all the money just goes down the drain because you never get started, so you don't know what is possible. But I'm going to teach you in this video how to finally take action, how to get unstuck, how to stop feeling overwhelmed. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to break it down step by step on how you can make money online. I'm going to give you all the tips, all the action steps in order to get unstuck. I do want to mention one thing. I am not selling any scammy ways to make money online. I am not doing MLM. If this video reaches the wrong person, I probably will get so much hate for this, but I get so agitated by people talking about digital marketing. First of all, it's because my sister actually tried digital marketing. She bought the course, the course that everyone talks about, and basically you resell that course. That's how people who do digital marketing make money. It's through reselling a course. Influencers or content creators out there that teach you how to make 10K a month, but they never show the receipts, the evidence, the proof. So what I'm trying to say is before you even hand someone, your credit card or your money basically, and that is also to say for me as well, like trust the person, trust their brand. You want to see evidence, you want to see receipts, you want to see social proof and testimonies that are legit. I've spent so much money on courses that were just very basic and did not help me at all because I was just so quick to want to make money online. And obviously when you're desperate, you're more likely to hand your money over to someone who claims to provide that for you. Anyways, I am getting off topic now, so we're going to jump back into the first point that I want to make in this video. I think it's important to address why we feel overwhelmed in the first place before we even jump into the action plan, because you need to understand where that is coming from and what you can do to prevent yourself from feeling burnt out and stressed. And it's not because you're lazy, it's not because you're unmotivated or not being productive. It's because when you Google how to make money online, Google is going to spit out 500 plus articles to you that tell you how to make money online. It could be through courses, content creators, passive income, drop shipping, all these things. It's a lot. You just have to be so intentional about what you're searching up. The more you go into this rabbit hole of how to make money online, what are the best ways to make money online, how to make money online fast, you're just going to feel overwhelmed. You're literally digging yourself into a hole, and it's just not good for you mentally. So here's what I would recommend you to do. We're going to go ahead and get into how to make money online with this 3-step plan. The first one is pick one income stream, not 5, not 3, not even 2, but just one. If you are new to my channel, I talk about side hustles, and maybe that already sounds overwhelming because side hustles is a very vague term and there are a lot of side hustles out there, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys the side hustles that I have tried and that have worked for me, like literally actually making money. To break it down and not to make you feel overwhelmed, I'm going to share with you just 3 side hustles that you can choose from in order to start making money online. Pick one income stream, try it out for several months, and then once you get comfortable with that, then you can choose another income stream. Number 1 is to sell digital products on Etsy. Number 2 is to start a blog and promote that blog through Pinterest. Number 3 is to start content creation, and that could be YouTube or Instagram. But these are all the things that I'm doing right now. I did not do everything all at once. If you notice, I was very specific about what to do with these side hustles. For example, I would tell you to sell digital products, but that is just from my own personal experience. Number 2, I talked about blogging and promoting your blog through Pinterest. So the fastest way I feel like you could grow traffic through your blog is through Pinterest, because Pinterest is a visual search engine. A lot of people, like the girlies who like fashion, nails, they're gonna be going to Pinterest. And if you have a blog that is kind of in that niche or in an area that is visually aesthetic, Pinterest is your bestie. That is probably the fastest way to gain traction on your blog. And if you're wondering how to make money blogging, I have a whole video on that, so I'll link that down below, as well as Etsy videos. So for the third one, I mentioned content creation, and I would either recommend YouTube or Instagram. And why I didn't mention TikTok is because I just feel like it's kind of unpredictable right now. I don't know, like the whole TikTok ban that was going on. I would just recommend sticking to YouTube or Instagram because those social media platforms have been here for the longest. The best way to make money through both of them is either through selling digital products or doing brand collabs. And I have done several brand collabs already through YouTube. So I know that YouTube is is definitely a platform where you can make money online. I made my first $100 with a brand when I had like 900 subscribers and I did not have 4,000 watch hours yet. That all goes to show that it is definitely possible. So hopefully that gives you encouragement that you don't need to be like monetized in order to make money on YouTube. Okay, and so I want to leave you with this tip though. It's to pick the one that feels most doable for you, not the most profitable. Why I mention this is because you need momentum to keep going. I know that we hear so often like you should start this, you should do that, because that's where you make the most money. That's where the most money is coming from. I'm not going to force you guys to be like, you need to do that, because that is what's going to make you the most amount of money. I'm just sharing my own experience, but at the end of the day, I care about you guys and your mental well-being. So you want to do what works for you and what you actually enjoy, because consistency is really important. And the only way you can be consistent is actually if you really like what you're doing too. Okay, step 2 is to give yourself a 30-day learning and action sprint. Learning isn't forever. And I'm going to be so for real. I think a lot of us like to spend money on courses and digital products, but we actually never start the thing that we spent money on, you know, but it feels good to have this instant gratification of like, oh yeah, I'm investing in my dreams. Like I'm financially paying for this course because I believe in myself and it feels good. But to actually take action and do the thing is so scary. And I think that speaks to a lot of us. We probably buy a course, but we never touch it. Maybe we'll get to module 1 and then like that course never sees the light of day ever again. So what I want you to do for the next 30 days is to spend time every week doing only 20% learning and 80% doing. You're not trying to master the whole internet. You're simply just trying to learn the basics and the foundations of whatever side hustle or income stream you want to start. The rest of it just comes from doing it. It's hard because no one's really holding your hand to do that thing. You have to kind of just like be a little delulu and be like, I'm just going to do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to try anyways. So step 3 is to track your progress through many milestones. You might not make $1,000 this month or even the next month or even the following month, but that is okay. What you want to do is to set low pressure wins that you can celebrate. So let's just say that you want to start an Etsy shop. So maybe your first mini win is that you created your first digital product. And maybe your second win is that you learned how to create a mock-up listing on Etsy. And the third mini win is maybe you got your first sale. And these are wins that aren't so much focused on the end result of how much money you've made, because sometimes you really just can't control that as much as you want to. And all you can really control are the things that you can take action on. So to recap step 3, you are going to track your progress through many milestones. So you might be wondering like, how does this even make you money online? You want to build momentum. You don't want to feel stuck and overwhelmed. You want to have the least amount of resistance when it comes to starting that income stream or that side hustle. And so what I'm doing for you is I'm really dumbing down and breaking down these steps in order for you to know exactly how to move forward. You are going to pick an income stream, just one, not 5. Then you're going to apply the 80-20 rule. So 80% of it is taking action. You're going to create listings, publish that content, and then 20% is learning. So that could look like watching tutorials, studying creators, and that doesn't include doom scrolling. So do not doom scroll when you're learning. That doesn't count. And then the third step is to track those tiny wins because they count more than you think. It could look like publishing your first listing, you know, setting up your Etsy shop. I don't know why I have 4 fingers up. Okay, obviously I cannot count. You don't need a whole complicated list of things to do. You really just want to break it down and simplify it enough so that it just makes sense. And honestly, I feel like all of us know what we need to do, but we just don't want to start. And that comes a lot from having perfectionistic expectations for ourselves. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is to create a simplified plan and just stick with it. That is what has worked for me. And that is how I've been able to build these side hustles, is because I just chose to start with one thing. Then I started this YouTube channel. And I promise you that once you realize that you can actually make money online, that's when everything shifts. That's when everything changes and you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually possible. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So if you guys want to learn how to build a profitable side hustle step by step, if you guys want specific things that you want me to talk about, I could definitely do that. So leave a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want more content, click that subscribe button so you are up to date. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.